Well, hello, my name is Patrice, and today, along with my partner Omar, we're basically going to be discussing something that's been pretty front-facing in today's society, which is social media. And is it actually something good for us, or is it something more degrading in general, for the well-being or downfall of society? So, yeah, let's begin. Um, so, Omar, have you ever thought about the advantages and disadvantages about using social media networks?
Yeah, I have. I think one advantage of the social networks allow us to connect with people from all over the world, no matter where we are.
Yeah, that's true. Um, it's a really great way to stay in touch with friends and family, especially if they live far away or they're not really close to us.
Sure, but at the same time, social networks can also be a major source of distraction and even addiction. I mean, how many times have you found yourself scrolling through your newsfeed for hours instead of doing something productive?
Yeah, that's pretty damn truthful. I've myself have spent or have wasted like around 30 30 to around an hour of wasted time just in my phone, either using Facebook, or not Facebook, either using mostly YouTube, Instagram, and sometimes Twitter. So yeah, I feel like I can be doing much more productive things, but instead I waste my time just scrolling there and getting my daily doses of dopamine by just looking at that screen. But yeah, that's pretty sad as it is.
Yeah, right. And there's the risk of on other things like cyberbullying, which can really be a serious problem in today's, um, especially especially for the kids.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's one thing, and also another thing that can be added to that topic is that social media can be as a tool for, well, not as well, it can be used as a tool to promote your own business or your own portfolio or the things that you are doing. But at the same time, if you are not doing that, a lot of people on social media tend to have fake personalities and tend to live or to showcase their fake lifestyles just so they can be more popular, and that makes our kids or our little brothers in our case, that whenever they use social media they want to live up to those fake standards that they don't know that they are fake but think that those things are very real, which aren't real in
Yeah,
that sort of case.
yeah, that's definitely a concern. But on the other hand, social networks can also be a powerful tool for activism and social change. Um, Nowadays, they play a big role, like movements like Me Too, Black Lives Matter. So it can really be useful in these social movements to make people not change their minds, but let them know like there's something wrong occurring nowadays. So it really works like a tool to express yourself and let other people that don't use that much social networks um, to let them know what's happening, what situations we're in, and sometimes we don't even know because there's a lot of people that use social networks, but there's sometimes people that don't use. And nowadays, the media, the news, they are seen, but they're not that you know uh, expressive. They don't get into people's mind that much like social networks. Well, definitely on younger people because adult I mean adult people watch more news than that, but social networks are for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, Yeah, that's the pretty much the entire thing, or yeah, basically that's the entire thing about social media. It's pretty much a double-edged sword because it has its advantages, as you mentioned, as spreading news very quickly and efficiently in the world, and as well as communicating with your family members and friends if you are in another place in the world or another country, that when they are and where they are. And also it can be a really good communication for building networks of people for your own professional career. But in the other side of the sword, it can be a pretty bad place. It can be a really bad place for young people because they get so obsessed with living that type of fake lifestyle that a lot of people that they might follow on social media live, such as, for example, one case of mine, I follow a lot of people, a lot of girls from San Pedro. Mostly all of them, all of those profiles tend to be related or tend to have pictures about mostly all of their travels around Europe and places around France, the United Kingdom, New York, etc., etc. Which, yeah, that must be very truthful, but at the same time, they only post pictures about their travels, not about the ordinary stuff. So they want to market themselves as, oh, I only travel all the time, and I don't do anything else. So yeah, that's pretty fake. And for the young people that use social media, that can be a really hard thing to distinguish between the real things in there and the fake things in there. So yeah.
Absolutely. So overall, it seems like social networks can have both advantages and disadvantages, and it's up to us to use them in the responsible and mindful way. It's all about finding a balance and making sure we don't let social media take over our lives.
Yeah, that's it. We just need to use it a couple of minutes in our day, like just like, for example, 30, not, oh yeah, 30 minutes in a whole day of using just social media, so that you don't get stuck into your screen, or that you can, yeah, basically just use it for about 30 minutes, because that's probably the most average time period that you should be using them in general, not wasting time of them like using WhatsApp or Twitter or Facebook or Instagram for around an hour or 2 hours, like a lot of us tend to do nowadays. But just keep it moderated, and also just be more human. Tend to do activities that involve the outdoors and actually having experiences with people in person, and not just focusing on social media experiences, because that's pretty degrading. So yeah, balance it
Sure.
between a really healthy lifestyle, and it should be really a really good tool to use. Where we're only there, it will get you really addicted into it.
Totally agreed. You know, social networks is not just about learning. All of the tools that it's proportioned to us. Um, yeah, just keep in mind there's a world outside of just the internet, and well, as I said, you have to have a balance in it. Not not all your life is gonna be centered in social networking. So, well, that's it for us. Thank you for listening, and let us know if you disagree or agree with of this um conversation we had. And well, thank you everyone.